Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another stroll on my quest for England and my search of Sussex over the South Downs. I spent quite a bit of time recently exploring the wonderful, beautiful, rolling, soft, chalky hills that we call the South Downs here in Sussex, and today I'm in East Sussex. And actually, if I turn the camera around, you'll see some houses in the foreground and you may just catch the sea in the background. I am just above Woodingdean, looking down to Saltdean and the English Channel. This is an area on the Downs I don't actually know at all. So I'm taking I think it's a 4-mile walk in a loop around the east of Woodingdean. And this amazing stretch of countryside here, unexplored by myself. And as you can see, I'm on this wide open path through, I think this must be tall grass, I'm not sure, but I'm reading how tall grass, T-O-R, is pretty much the universal grass now, sadly, of the South Downs, producing a somewhat monoculture. Even though it's long and wavy, it seems to not allow for other of the species. I think it's ideally planted for silage. It's been raining recently. We've had a drop in the or a break in the beautiful hot weather that we've had fairly recently, and so the ground is a little bit damp, and now it's very windy and the weather a little unsettled, so who knows what we're going to get on this walk. First port of call is up to this tower, communications tower, and we're going to bear to the left from what I gather on the map and then take a dip round. We should get some more of this wonderful rolling hills to look at. Well, this is open access land, which is fantastic. It means that you can actually come off the path and crawl around, not literally, and explore and see what you want to see, which is great. The other good thing is, it seems I'm a little bit out of the wind, which will be great. But you can see the views aren't terrific from here, but you'll see shortly that the landscape is rather beautiful and rolling, which is terrific. I'm going to keep to the path though, because I've got a route that takes me in a circle, but I think this is somewhere to come back and try and explore more on another day. It's clearly very popular with the locals at Woodingdean and the area because it's very close, it's on their doorstep, so why wouldn't you? But just look at that expanse of land. Doesn't that make you so thrilled to be alive? It certainly does me, I can tell you. It's absolutely beautiful. And on a day when the wind is blowing and the elements are against you, sometimes that just adds to it rather than just soaring sun. The landscape here, although the South Downs are unique, and this ridge of beautiful chalk that goes from Winchester 100 miles to Eastbourne, and we're sort of heading towards Eastbourne in this direction in the east, although they are unique and the formation and the shape of them, but there does have moments when you look at it and you think, yeah, you know, I could be on the Yorkshire Dales, although you don't have the stone walls separating the various fields, of course, or you could be up in the Peak District. There's certain points, or maybe parts of Scotland, there's certain points with the undulating landscape you think, oh yes, I could be there, but you're not, and the nuances of that make themselves very much aware, like I say, with the stone walls of up north, because there's a different soil substance, or rather geology, underneath people's feet, whereas this is very much a chalk landscape. And as you can see, all that we have are gorse and hawthorn, pretty much, in terms of trees in this landscape. Down at the bottom there are fields of, I think, either wheat or oats, I'm not too sure, and at the moment there've been lots of barley as well. And somewhere around here I've heard sheep, maybe up there in amongst all this gorse, or furze, which is the old name for gorse. And in fact, there's some sheep over there, little white blobs. That's not chalk, that is actually livestock chomping away. And it's lovely to see them doing what they do, even though they are some distance from us. This is quite unique, really. I think this area, it's a lot more open, with these great valleys that drop down in the midst of the very steep valleys that drop down, that you don't really find on other parts, as far as I know. Now, of course, somebody will tell me in the comments, oh yes, you've just got to go to so and so and you'll see the same. This is what makes walking the Downs so spectacular. I've just come down into the bowl. I'm just going to get in front of these hawthorn trees to get completely out of the wind, because it is blowing rather a lot at the moment. They're just here, look. There's another one here I'll just stand in front of. It's interesting because this section of hill here to my right is fenced off, and you can see the landscape, ancient, well, it looks like either ancient animal tracks or just the way it's been farmed in the past, now untouched. And in there seems to be historic wild flowers, which is just so beautiful to see. A stretch, this bit, and behind me down here with this crop, all modern and now pretty much gone. There's a little bit of wild grasses and stuff down here. There are still patches on the Downs where you still get some of these ancient plants growing. Here on the floor in front of me, some bird's foot trefoil, because the bottom of it looks like a bird's foot. So that's really great to see. Anyway, now somewhere around here my walk curves round and goes back up again, and I'm not quite sure where. There's another walk that goes all the way around that way, which I think is about 7 or 8 miles. I'm not doing that one today. Standing here in front of a lime tree. I think this is your small leafed lime. I may be mistaken. And you can see here the fruits or the seeds on this amazing lime tree. Let's just go underneath here. These are ancient trees. And what's particularly interesting for me, if this is the small leaf lime, here on the Downs, one of its most natural habitats, and in Neolithic times, one of the 4 most prominent trees that was here, these great big limes, and then cleared away to make space. And this landscape's particularly interesting because look here, we've got the crop down at the bottom. We've got sheep still, as was traditionally done, up at the top. Let's just go through here a moment, clamber back up through here, and all along the floor, dung, sheep dung. I've been treading in it inadvertently, but the sheep are still here. They're not immediately in front of me, but they are around. I keep spotting them. And the sheep would have been brought down by the shepherds at night, enclosed down at the bottom, where their dung at night would have been trodden in and fertilised naturally the land for the crop, and then moved on a bit. Look at these. I assume these are badger holes. Look at the size of those. There's another one here. This is even bigger. Probably in there a badger or two. Badger sets coming out, beautiful to see, so wonderful. And here, not a lime but a sycamore with its seeds going red, getting ripe, ready for the autumn through the hazel trees. Look at this. Anyway, my walk now takes me, it swings back up onto the downs above here where the sheep are. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Birds, swallows are flying through here all over the place. Look at them. In and out, sweeping through. This is most remarkable countryside. Anyway, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Become a patron and I'll take you out on some other walks. Gonna get back in the wind now, I think. Till next time, bye bye. Bye bye.